What's going down, everyone? And I'm back. We got into Silicon Valley Con, day one. No ease. You'd think there'd be no ease, but there was. It was actually really ridiculous. And check this out. R2-D2, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, all fun stuff. But let's go ahead and go inside the convention hall. Go ahead and do our normal walk around, check out everything. Definitely digging the room. Also the bandwidth on the actual physical frequency of my phone. Pretty sweet that I don't have to fight and contest for anything. So we'll bring around towards the back. It's kind of cool though. I'm starting to see a lot more people playing here with cosplay. When I showed up this morning, I was like, wait a minute, is there anyone here? But definitely digging it. No panels though. That's one thing I did notice, that when I was looking at the last year's app was like way more intuitive than what they physically had inside of here versus this year's. It was just everything was on top of their physical page. Let's go ahead and keep walking around, see what we can find. Like a celebrity row out there. It definitely seems like a lot of things are starting to warm up. Thank you guys. All right. Let's hope some of the app. My phone's acting really weird. Hey Megan, how you doing? How's it been? Just got here. The signal looks pretty good. Hopefully on your side it looks pretty decent. Wild Bill is in high presence this year. Oh, I didn't notice it was really quiet. Could just be signal. I don't know. But wait, hold on. Seems like a lot of the oh, I was hoping they'd have this. The PlayStations. Yeah, there's not a lot of people there at all, actually. One of those weird things where I just kind of was like, is this really, really happening? But I'm assuming it's like first week of school, everyone's in like class, so. Wow, this is really cool. See if I can get that whole thing in there right there. The Sony bus is probably the coolest thing I've seen so far. It's cool they did it indoors, considering how freaking hot it's gonna be. So they got Days Gone, a whole bunch of other titles. Oh, I remember this guy. It's good stuff. One thing I am curious though, I'm wondering if this is just a soft start with what they have for school, or if this might just be a trend. Because I noticed a lot more foot traffic in San Diego Comic-Con. Like hella increased. Like day one versus last year's was insanely bigger. Oh, there we go. I can just hold the wire. It'll be fine. It's just being a punk. Just gonna hold up. That's why. That's why. Seems like a lot of stuff's still being set up. Just depends. Just kind of playing it by ear right now, just seeing like what the environment is. Because when I looked up and there was no panels, I was a little bit, oh cool, look at all the lightsabers. That's cool. But there was not a lot of panels to attend to, so it's like, besides doing the like a nice little walk around, I might just check out Artist Alley, maybe make a nice little like walk around with my GoPro, because I really haven't utilized that as much as I wanted to. But figure if I end up doing that, I don't know, just depending on how things go, I might end up going a little early Because I was hoping to attend some panels to see what they kind of have going on. It doesn't seem like there's a lot. But it is cool people are turning out in cosplay finally. Me too. Like, the Comic-Con one was super lit. I had a lot of fun with that one. I love how they... Alright, no worries, Megan. I'll be here. I love how the more the culture of toys have become more of a thing with what's going on with Comic-Con. These are really cool. Mystery boxes I've grown to love, especially with conventions. That's pretty cool art style. Actually makes me want to watch some DC stuff. I've seen them before too. They usually go around like WonderCons, anything like Comic Cons. Pretty neat. Seemed like star-wise, what they had physically inside of here was like Arnold, a lot of people from like Terminator, whatnot, but not a lot past that. Like, it seemed like yesterday I should have probably did a little bit more research on it, but now being here now, like, it seems like Sunday and Saturday are like the heydays for a lot of the talent that's there. Well, that's cool. That's a really cool art style. I've never seen his stuff before.
That's why you escaped from there?
I'm going to be staring at this whole weekend.
Almost seems like this has turned into Artist Alley right here. You bleed over with a lot more. The Big Lebowski, the dude. That's a good one.
It's a good show also.
Art style's really cool. Oh, whoa. That's very beautiful. I'll make it round real fast. This is probably like one of my more favorite areas to kind of walk around. I'm into about anything with like art. There's more over there. We'll take a journey. I just want to get like a full walk around of the convention, kind of get that showcased. And the way it's laid out, it shouldn't be that hard to get it all within like probably under an hour at the most. All right. So, old school comics, more Artist Alley down here. Seems like they have all like the mobile providers towards the center. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy? It's been a while, man. How's life been? Let me get this a little bit more steady. Sorry, I don't know why the gimbal is just acting like a punk, but I still need to unbox the one that Amazon gave me for free because this one was on the way out. They have so many pops. Hold on, check this out. Literally like a hallway of pops. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna make my way down here because I don't think I got here, but look, there's R2-D2. That's so cool. Yeah, cool thing is like the guy over to the left. Oh, cool, man, Chris. Borderlands 2 is pretty tight. Getting ready for Borderlands 3, I see. Oh, no worries, man. Alright, let's keep walking. No, the Disney pins they have right over there are pretty chill. Right on, man. Yeah, there's a lot of excitement around it. Borderlands 3 is going to be very exciting. Like a lot of my buddies that are at my 9 to 5 already requested it off just to play the damn thing. I don't blame them. It's good stuff though. All right. So I'm wondering what's here. That's pretty cool. It's like a Disney set.
Thank you, guys.
I'm definitely digging the less congestion of today. Like, I have to admit, it would be a lot harder in order to get like a lot more showcasing, and especially with signal. I always have horrible signal once I end up doing some stuff that like has a lot of people just texting and whatnot. It happens. When cell phones are in use, signal goes down. I swear I'm not following this droid. All right. Well, that's kind of cool. They have like onesies. I'm not a onesie guy, but I know a lot of people like them. Not my cup of tea personally. Well, that's a pretty cool hoodie. The only thing I would wonder is like what happens when you wash it. That's the last time it works. In the NASA booth. I love how NASA is becoming more and more popular as the pop culture point of us exploring past that situations go. I wonder if they have a Vegito. That'd be pretty cool. I'll have to ask them later on. Because I know my buddy was really looking for one. And I really want one. This Vegito is pretty cool. And a nice collectible for as far as pops go. Cool. Neat.
Oh, there's a curiosity rover. The model.
Well, that is cool. They have like a supercomputer, what he's talking about, which is really interesting because the U.S. is about to have the biggest supercomputer after 2022. I guess the Department of Energy is finally going to fund a super massive, like, teraflop goodness computer. It's about time though, like, because we've been outranked by a few countries, and I don't know. I just was wondering myself. I was like, when the hell are we going to make ours? So yeah, we get ours. Go figure. NASA would have to fund it, and the Department of Energy. Man, even the refreshment stand. What's up, Duck? How you been, man? Welcome to the stream. Even the reception stand is like empty. This is cool. Like, I thought I was gonna have to wait in line and like do all these like walk around issues and surf turf and they're like float. Oh my gosh, that emblem on the front of that Sony is like ridiculously cool. Came from Ohio. I kind of want to just take a picture of that as is. Be great for like a patch note later on. Sony truck. Yeah, it literally is empty, but like I think what ended up happening was that like it's the first week of school for most people. So like colleges, everything starts up like around the Bay Area for where I'm at. So I'm assuming that's probably what it is. Everyone's going to be here probably on Saturday and Sunday. But there's no panels today, and there's no physical portion of anything else besides that. So it's just like an expo hall opening. But it's kind of cool. Been walking around seeing if I can get any really cool cosplayers. I mean, it was into my advantage though. I liked it because like when I just showed up and I was like, I walked in the hall and like the chick was just like, here, we'll give you a better badge, and I was like, okay, cool. And I just like walked through the back with like the exhibitors, so it was like kind of like nice. I got in before and I thought there'd be a rush at the door, and then I like see like maybe 30 people walk up, and I'm like, huh, that's strange, but it's nice. Yeah, I know. I saw that Thor back there too. So. I mean, on the plus side, at least I'm not like starving for signal, because that was like one thing I tested the bandwidth. I was like, do I have to buy the con Wi-Fi? And then I looked at it and I was like, oh wait a minute, I have like full strength and it's consistent, so I'm just gonna keep rocking it. These are pretty cool. I see these ones every so often. They're like light up figures. Like I almost want to get one later on before I leave, because I think it'd be kind of nice for the background of like the top shelves that I have. Like I've always kind of eyed those. That Back to the Future one's probably the one that like pops the most, and then they have the Serenity, which is pretty cool. And then there's some other like cool symbols. All right. Oh look, they have like an Overwatch booth. Or some of the. That would be cool if they. Oh whoa. These are the ones that are really cool. I saw a lot of the figures that were right here when I went down to San Diego Comic-Con. They had a lot of these cooler figures. That was in the World Adventure that I ended up doing walk around. It was really cool too, because they had like I think it was the world's longest Kamehameha. Basically, they just had a guy yelling into a mic for a hell of a long time. Okay, well, since we've kind of gotten towards a lot of the outskirts, and I'm making my way towards the centers, and you can kind of see a lot more of the gear that they got lined up, I'm going to go ahead and make my way towards the Artist Alley and see what we can get ourselves into. But it's kind of like diversely spread out this year. I kind of like it. It seems like you just kind of dip into like every aisle, and there's like a mixture of everything. I think they did a really good job with the positioning their booths this year. Just one day. I hear Star Wars music. I never really was a Star Wars fan, but I love the music. Me too. That's one of the reasons that I'm gonna be honest with you, Doug. There was moments in my life where I would just drive around with the Star Wars music playing in like the car, and it themed life. It was so cool. I implore everyone to do that at least once in their life. Just play A New Hope, and then just see what happens in your life, and everything will be themed around it. It's pretty sweet. All right, so hey, look at Ghostbuster. Who are you gonna call? Well, that guy had the really cool gauntlet I noticed when I first came in. I keep my eye out for that, because if I can actually snag that and actually get that, that'd be really cool for the outfit that I have right now. The actual like attire. I still can't believe how good the signal is. Oh, those are cool. I see these every so often. They're like metal statues of a whole bunch of nerdy events throughout time. Like, it always catches my eye because they always have the T-1000 arm. That lovely Terminator hand that comes out of nowhere. Those stickers are cool. Like, I always like pass them by and want to do something, but then I realize I don't ever want to put anything on my damn car. Let's see here. A floating Slimer, that'd be really cool. Hey, I hear X-Men theme music. That's pretty cool. It's like you should have Saturday morning cartoons.
We don't know the cause of the track.
Or a bowl of cereal, either or. Anytime I hear that music, that's what I think of. Alright. So now we're making our way towards the Artist Alley. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our walk around. And again, signal is freaking really amazing. We'll go towards the back and make our way around. See what art I want to buy. I swear, if I run out of wall space one day, that's when I'm gonna stop buying art.
I'm just worried that, well, I guess you're not just
Hey, what's up? Minkas? Live long and prosper. I saw that, the Vulcan symbol. Either you're a gamer and you want faster FPS, or you live long and prosper. I'm definitely digging this artist alley. It seems like way more packed in here than it does in the main conventional. I wonder if I'll run into one of my buddies here. He probably will be here. Usually I met him through the guy that makes the Flash costume for me. His friend. He's a convention goer. Usually ends up doing his own art. So if I end up running into no, dude, no worries. If I end up running into him, it'd be really fun. Say what's up to him. Those foils arts, that's really cool, especially for like Dragon Ball. It makes way more sense to have foils. It's almost like foil Pokemon cards. Brings me back to like my trading days.
We're coming back. We have
I'm assuming like the convention might probably get up a little bit more on the chart of being watched in a situation where people showing up is probably right around after 3 or 4. Once the heat dies down too, because it is actually pretty sweet in here right now. The climate's probably about like 62-ish. Because I'm assuming they have to keep it colder just in case everyone's in here. I like it. Wait, I missed that one duck. Let me see real fast. That would be hella funny. Like, I don't know, in today's society, it's like you could yell anything and like someone will turn around. I kind of feel like that's a situation that usually ends up rolling down. You just don't want to, you know, yell the long thing that would get you in jail. I've had friends that have done dumb stuff like that before. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
That's like the first congested area I've had. That's like cool. To go with a con and go for about like almost like 30 minutes without barely even like playing bumper cars with someone, it's pretty sweet. All right, we've almost made the whole artist walk around.
Actually, I have to press charge.
you busting in.
Yeah, this is Artist Alley. I'll walk out to the convention in just 1 second. Just hoping like maybe we'll catch some more stuff because I've pretty much already walked the whole con, which is really strange. I feel like well, I've been here for like other conventions, especially like TwitchCon. They made really good use of it, though. I feel like this is an adequate size for like this convention. Because it's like with the foot traffic they have right now, they don't really need anything bigger. That's what ended up happening with San Francisco Comic-Con. They had a debacle with renting out the Missoni, and it's super expensive. So not a lot of people go to it because it's like you got to pay for the hotels and the flight out there. SFO is really expensive, so a lot of people don't end up showing up. And then like renting the damn place is hell of expensive. So they end up running a debacle, which is really interesting because you figure like SF would give cut rates to try to bring in tourism, but it is what it is. Their swag is actually pretty cool this year for like their event. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna pick anything up, but if I wanted to, I definitely would like have a nice like selection of cool stuff to get. Well, they have really cool pens. I kind of want to get one. I've always wanted to get like a specialized pen. Maybe today's the day. Oh my gosh. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's a justice cow. Why have I've never met this cow before. Oh, cool. VR. I wonder if they got the patch to play No Man's Sky in VR. They just ended up doing a whole bunch of work with that in order to make it like all workable. Kind of sucks, but I mean, that's just NMS.
All of our designs are original, inspired by a lot of things.
I kind of feel like next year with like the way this is, I could easily just rent out a booth really small and not have to walk around. Just do a live portion of that. And have my friends meet me here and just take over and I can walk around at that point. Pretty cool. Because it was really surprising, like when I looked up the prices for like TwitchCon booths, it was like literally dirt cheap. But I feel like they want more creators doing stuff at those things when they have the floor space to do so. Alright. Those are really cool. Alright, I think I figured out what the issue is with the dog tracking. I can counteract it with the cable holding it a certain way. Oh, cool.
I looked up at Gil and I looked at the pod.
That is a legit freaking Spider-Man. Totally getting into the Spidey attitude. There's Thor again. Looking to purchase some amazing. I think that's a game. That's like Domino's. That's cool.
How you doing?
It's very interesting that there's a cloth map shop which I always liked. Made me want to get one just for like a huge scroll one for like Zelda or something like that, like one of the bigger maps, because it's like a hide portion, so it's like actually leather, and like they do the burn-ins, which are pretty cool. So it's very talented, and this is always cool. But yeah, I'd have to say like this year's con is like in an absence of people. I expected so much more, but maybe bad timing. Maybe other people exhausted their funds when they went to Comic-Con this year. One of these days, I'm gonna start collecting these. Oh, that's cool. They have like a Dragon Ball one. That is too cool. Well, everyone, I guess this is a short episode of Con Walk-Ons. For as far as things go, I'd like to think that Wild Bill killed it. Those are cool armor pieces. Like original posters. Alright, one place we haven't been, there in the very front, there's a pretty sweet like exhibit, and this is why I keep saying that like Wild Bill killed it, because they have like a whole rodeo area, like last year where they had like the, I forget what they had placed in there last year, but they had like a TwitchCon like assembly screen, which I thought was really cool. I've seen that guy before. He's the Wasteland Batman, which is pretty cool. Oh, I didn't notice that. That's cool. They're really cool art style.
Okay, you're going to San Diego.
I thought this was actually probably one of the cooler things that I thought that they had out here. Normally they'll have like a Funko Pop one or some kind of box, but this one was pretty cool. I liked it. It was like very comic-esque. But the simple things. Now usually they have back there, which is like a lot of the signing, but that's how you can tell like how they must have looked at the foot traffic of how many people bought tickets and we're just like, nope. But you can see right there, that's what I mean. Like, look, Wild Bill's everywhere. His root beer is off the hook. He's got his own like freaking like station. He's got fiddles and stuff.
No, the security isn't that bad.
Like I'm pretty sure like it'd be pretty lit. Now this is kind of cool too. I like some of the artists that are out here because it kind of feels like this would be the best place for them because it's not as dark. You get natural light hitting like the actual pieces that they have. They even got a jail. Big giant astronaut, which is pretty cool. I love NASA. Well, at least I have. It just became popular recently, which is pretty cool. It needs to get more funding. More people will start going into it. But, yeah. Interesting. I expected a little bit more foot traffic, but like I said, it came out really easily for as far as like what I could do as far as walk-arounds. Not that bad of a deal situation. But I guess I'll continue just to walk around a little bit longer. Probably do one more sweep, but if nothing else expects past that, because I mean, at least with like, you have like San Diego Comic-Con, which is like hot toys. You can always walk around, which is really cool. Like they have exhibits and exhibits. So it's like more the attraction, it seems like with this one would be more of like looking towards like cosplayers, looking for panels, looking for a whole bunch of stuff that would be like more towards the nerdy niche of it. But let's go ahead and go back in. We'll cut through over here again. Oh, they have snakes. That's cool. They do have an outside that's really cool. I might go grab maybe a coffee out there because they have a really cool, like, just walk out, get some pretty decent lunch or something like that. But I am, oh, whoa. See, that's actually really smart. Showcase these off like with like lights. That Brawly is amazing. Goku. That's smart marketing.
You didn't really, I don't think you liked it.
Oh, how did I forget this? The Adventures of 19XX. Those are like classic styled, almost like pinup.
Max is always my reference.
I'll make a weird turn here. The massive wall of freaking lightsabers is like literally could be a light source itself.
Thank you. Get one for your father.
He's a good salesman.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. The steampunk glasses are pretty cool. That's a pretty legit like Star Trek outfit. Look very like retro inspired. It makes me feel like that's like a fandom episode I missed. If my buddy was here, he'd holy crap. This is super cool.
So the wood I engraved with the laser, and then the ones that are pieces I do by hand. All the glass I do by hand with the sandblasting.
That guy's got hella talent. I've seen him before too. Like he seems like he's definitely stepped his game up a lot. It's good stuff. Alright. Let's keep journeying around. See more people joining in. So we'll just keep walking around at this point in time, just have a fun time. I still think this is like the coolest thing. Like just that. I would love to have that in my front yard. I'd probably piss my neighbors off, but I don't care. They'd be like, yeah, he lives at the Sony house. He painted it blue too. I'd be like, yes, I did spend a lot of money in painting it Sony blue.
Nice. I know when I was reading the description, I was like, oh, this is
I can feel the heat inside the convention getting a little hotter. But I would assume that's probably because it's almost about midday. Those holsters are really cool. That'd be really cool to get one of the ones with like new cola. I feel like that'd be like a really great like addition. Like one of my buddies, Mike, he probably could utilize that really well. He's always up to something. Like I feel like he could make some kind of like Fallout inspired. It's a good section. Why ain't I at work? Because I have the day off, and I am at work. This is my other work. I'm always needed. Oh, that's cool. See? Spider-Man needs help.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you.
That's too cool. That's a great couple themed outfit, Mary Jane, Spider-Man. Hey, but at least if you're not at work and you want a 15, you can kind of relax and do this. I absolutely adore that I have today off, but doing this is so much easier. That NASA supercomputer thing is pretty sweet. I kind of want to borrow it and stream on it and see what happens. They'll be like, I don't even know how you did it, but you somehow streamed in a dimension that doesn't even exist yet. Yes, I know, it's okay. They have a Captain Crunch. You gotta be, are you cereal? Get me to the store, because we're about to eat some cereal pops. Oh, whoa. No, that's a cool one. Dr. Negative. Or Mr. Negative, rather. That's one of the villains I enjoyed when they actually did between the Spider-Man. It's pretty sweet. It's cool they have the tattoo, but I'm trying to steer clear a little bit of that just because there's a simple reason that they are playing a crap load of copyrighted music. I'm not even trying to involve myself in that. Those fountain pens, though, they do have my interest, I'm not gonna lie. A good pen goes a long way. That's what they need to make. I think it would be a really amazing show if they brought back Gremlins, but in a show. I feel like that would work. Just every episode, they would start with something with water, and then, shit ensues from there. Well, that's too cool. That Dragon Ball one, I'm obsessed with. This definitely seems like where they have the cooler toys right here. It's probably more than likely where I can end up finding that gauntlet if I wanted it. I'm curious how much it would cost. I'd have to inquire. Oh, that's a cool one, like the Assassin's Creed. Templar, the Assassin. Very cool shirts. That Sony one's a fish too. It actually even has the emblem on it. I might get that one just because that's pretty cool. Yeah, go around. I think I've done a good job of seeing what the heck I want. I want to like try to buy that gauntlet. I want to try to buy one of those shirts, and maybe see if they have a Vegito pop. Would be pretty cool. I saw that cosplay up ahead. I kind of wanted to see what that was. I feel like it was like some kind of like Deadpool-inspired Zelda.
What happened was
Houdini. It disappeared. This is like the female tick we were looking for when we were at Comic-Con. We kept walking around looking for this person.